Hello, everyone. It's crystal clear here live, and I'm excited because we just hit 500 subscribers. So, yay, thank you so much. I do plan on, doing more lives in the new year. So, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I hope that you do. I hope you stick around and you continue to grow with me, flow with me, and vibe with me. So, what I'm going to do here as my special promo event for reaching 500 subscribers. I know many of y'all are probably wondering about that Pluto in Aquarius. So I'm going to read on Pluto in Aquarius, and I'm going to first start by pulling some cards here. These are the zodiac sign cards that I use. So I'm going to use this to pull the first zodiac. And this will be the sun, Mercury, sun rising or Venus, however you identify with this zodiac. So let's see how Pluto in Aquarius is going to affect first and foremost Pisces. All right, Pisces, you are the first reading here tonight. Hopefully any Pisces viewers, you get to catch this. We're going to pull 3 cards here for Spirit's advice for you as you go through this Pluto in Aquarius transit and see how it is going to affect you or how Spirit wants to encourage you to work with this. So we've got the Sun card, the Emperor, and the Page of Pentacles. Sun, Emperor, and Page of Pentacles. For the Pisces watching, this Pluto in Aquarius transit, I do feel it's going to affect mostly positive changes within the family unit, within your inner child healing, your relationship within like the family that you have, grown up with, that you have been birthed into, that you have chosen, your soul family, but also for the family that you have created or your community. There's a positive shift. When this sun shows up, this tells me that Pluto in Aquarius, for the Pisces who are watching, it's going to really help stabilize. When the Emperor comes in, especially with the Page of Pentacles, there's lots of stability showing up, favorable stability. There's some consistency that maybe you haven't experienced either within your family, your home environment, or even the people that you keep around. Maybe things have been a bit shaky over these, Pluto and Capricorn, and Spirit's really been fine-tuning the relationships that you have, the boundaries that you have with them. And for this next chapter, with this transit in Aquarius, Pluto is going to bring the positive side, really, the positive relationships and community to light for you. Better balance for Pisces and that Pluto Aquarius transit. So Pisces, that's what I have for you. Hello. Hi, João. I hope I said your name right. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We're doing a Pluto in Aquarius transit. We just did Pisces. Maybe I can put this up here. We'll see. So let's see who we got next. Hello, the ghost. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're doing a live here for Pluto transiting Aquarius, and we're looking into Sagittarius next. So Sagittarius, we're talking to you, and we're talking about Pluto in Aquarius. So if you are a Sagittarius, you want to learn about how Pluto transiting Aquarius is going to affect you for these next 19 years or so, here's some insight from Spirit. Thank you for tuning in. Cheers to 500 subscribers. Please stick around if you are interested. Hello, Rashila. I hope I said your name right. What about Sagittarius? I'm glad you're here. You're just in time. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius for this Pluto in Aquarius transit. First, we've got the Two of Swords. We've got the Four of Pentacles. Some boundaries here are going to be redefined. Five of Swords. Sagittarius, there's no more time here for you to allow relationships in your life to be like indecisive, to be inconsistent, to not be showing up or matching your fire. If they're dulling your fire, if there've been, you've had some personal relationships. I see swords and I see pentacles. So this could be around work or family. It could be intimate relationships, but it feels like in general, your boundaries with this Pluto in Aquarius are really going to be redefined. And where you have felt that maybe you've given a little too much and people in your life have not done that at the Four of Pentacles, and you're like, why? What is wrong? What is wrong with me, or what's wrong with this connection? Of course, everybody has something to learn and grow from, but I don't feel like this has been necessarily a you problem, other than you giving a little too much to relationships and not getting that back. And I feel like Pluto in Aquarius, it's going to come with some goodbyes. You're going to have to say goodbyes to some of those relationships that are no longer fulfilling, or that are dulling that Sagittarian fire, or that they're being a little inconsistent. Spirit is encouraging you to be the one to kind of put that boundary up. Four of Pentacles is like, I need my space and my boundaries. Sagittarius, you might go into a pretty reflective place, especially here at the beginning of this Pluto in Pluto in Aquarius. At the beginning of it, I see 2, 4, 5. So I feel like that first quarter, those first, say, 3 to 5 years might be a bit quiet. You might be in that hermit mode, really evaluating, what are my boundaries? Who are the people that are aligning with them, or who needs to go? And then figuring out your new identity. I feel like you're going to really go through an identity change once these boundaries shift and these relationships shift. And this is for the Pluto transiting Aquarius, and that's for the next like 19 years. But for you, it's going to be a big test of boundaries. And if you want to learn more about how specifically Pluto is going to affect you, look to where Aquarius is in your birth chart. Check the houses. I'm happy to help, of course, but take a look at your birth chart, see where Aquarius is in the house, and whatever house it's showing up in, that's where Spirit wants you to add this message of boundaries. So for example, if it shows up in your 4th house, for those of you who might be watching this and you're a Sagittarius with Aquarius in your 4th house, then your boundaries are going to be with like your family. And if it's in your 7th or 8th house, it might be more romantic based. So if it's your 1st house, it might be boundaries with yourself and some discipline. So that's how you want to navigate that. Rashiel, take what resonates. You find your truth, right? I'm just a messenger. So that is Sagittarius. To me, it is real. And to my followers, it is real. So let's see who's next. Who do we have next that we're going to read about Pluto transiting Aquarius? Let's see. All right, Cancerians. Oh, my sweets friends. I feel like all of my best friends are Cancer energies. They're so nurturing. So let's see how you nurture yourself and your relationships. Okay, we had one jump out. Oh, 2 of Pentacles. I'm going to put that aside as a special bonus card. I'll still pull the 3. Let's see how this Pluto transiting Aquarius is going to affect the Cancerians who are watching. I'm going to pull 3 cards for Spirit's insight. And this is for the next 19 years, y'all. But this is obviously a general reading because, hello, I'm live. And it's a very collective vibe going on when you go live. So we got the 9 of Pentacles, more Pentacles. Did I say 2? That's obviously a 6. I just realized that. We got the 5 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. Maybe a move. Over these next 19 years, you may be making some moves, either physically moving your home and finding your place. The 5 of Cups is like there's this Pluto in Aquarius helps you realize where there's been some places where maybe you've been resisting because you've been nurturing or caring for whomever is like in your geographical area right now. But I feel as if your time there is dwindling. Either it is where you live, or it is the job that you've been in maybe for quite some time with the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. There's a move that's happening. So you could be switching careers. You could be switching places to live, and it feels like a very big move, and you've been there for a long time, and people have depended on you. Of course, being that Cancer energy, people depend on you, but you are the most important thing in your life, and without you feeling at your best and at your highest, nothing else will work. So in this next transit for the Cancerians who are watching, you're going to see within divine timing that you're going to have these changes, this move opportunity. Maybe you get both. You get a new job in a new area and you're like having to decide if this is best for you. But don't look to the necessarily to the people around you, because this has to be a decision that you make. The Six of Pentacles is you and spirit, you and the universe, whatever word you feel comfortable with. So you want to look to you first, into what's going to fulfill you, and make that move. It feels like it happens in the first part of Pluto in Aquarius. So that'd be within like the next 10 years or so. So give yourself some time. It feels like a slow moving move for you, for those Cancerians who tuned in. So thank you for joining me. Hey, Lady J, nice to see you. Got some Gemini. We haven't done Gemini yet, so we'll see if that comes in. Let's see who is next. What sun sign, sun rising or Venus is next for this Pluto in Aquarius transit. Celebrating 500 subscribers. Well, there you have it. Who's the psychic? Lady J. We got Gemini. You're in for a treat. Let's see how this transit is going to affect the Gemini sun, moon, and rising. I love that. You can't make that up. You know, here we are on live streaming, and we want to talk Gemini. Spirit's going to give us Gemini. Here we go. We got the Tower. Surprise! That Spirit saying surprise. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, we're going to stand up. We've got some advocacy coming up, self-advocacy, and the Sun. We're standing up for ourselves this transit, Gemini. Yes, it's okay to be positive and uplifted and enthusiastic. I feel like Knight of Swords is a really great Gemini card, because it is that energy of using communication and your expression of your identity to uplift your community around you. But with the Tower coming in, it is time to say no more. And I do feel like this may be some personal relationships. Just when I see the Sun and the Tower, there's a lot of fire, there's a lot of energy. So I feel like where maybe there have been some intimate or close relationships that have either burned some bridges or have burned you or have left a scar, that karmic balance, like, that's over. Of course, it takes time to get a new cycle, but Spirit is like, we're moving on from that. And I see the butterflies mostly in this Tower. Like, the transformation comes from these boundaries, this self-advocacy vibe that I feel for you. And that's the theme. And it's a positive one. As you stand up and speak up for yourself, and you're like, no more to some of the lack of respect or the lack of boundaries that you've been feeling, and you've been maybe going above and beyond to try to bridge the gap and to try to understand and to provide comfort. That's not your job anymore. We're changing that. Your job is to do that for yourself, to understand yourself, to provide comfort for yourself, and to see where the intimate relationships, so it's the close ones, it definitely feels a bit romantic here, maybe a twin flame dynamic. Plus the Gemini is often related to twin flames because it's the twins. But yeah, it feels like these next like 19 years or so, love and soulmate relationships and that sacred partnership, it's coming in, and it's going to shift, and it's a favorable shift. It's almost like something that maybe you had been waiting for or didn't expect it, and boom, Spirit's like, surprise. When we see the Knight of Swords and the Sun show up with the Tower, these are positive shifts. So for sure, of course, everything comes with comforts and discomforts, but overall looks like a very positive shift. There, Lady J and Geminis who are tuning in. So that is what I have for you. Joe keeps canceling on you. He says he wants to marry you. All right. Well, maybe these next few years, Joe can step it up and surprise you. Let's see who comes next. So we have done, just so you know what we've already worked through. We've worked through Pisces, Sagittarius, Cancer, and Gemini. We're doing Pluto in Aquarius transit. I'm saying hey to all my followers, my subscribers, and meeting new faces, and my 500 subscriber celebration. I'm a new channel, and I appreciate you being here as I share the message. So let's see who's next. Pluto in Aquarius. We've got Virgo. All right, Virgo. We're going to see how this transit will affect you. And also, just as a reminder, as you watch this message, of course, this is tarot, but you want to take a look at your astrology. Look into your birth chart. There's lots of free websites out there. Of course, I'm happy to do it, but take a look at your free website, your free birth chart. Locate Aquarius in the houses. Which house is Aquarius in? And then look to what that house rules. That's where you're going to find the biggest transformation. So just reminding everyone if you're just tuning in now. All right, Virgo, let's pull 3 cards and see Spirit's message for you and the collective message from Spirit for Virgos during this Pluto transiting Aquarius. We've got the Page of Wands. Okay. We've got the Queen of Wands. Don't mind those haters, Virgo. Do not mind those haters. You're making some changes. You already have made some changes. For the Virgos that you're watching, I do feel like there has been, especially just coming off of Pluto and Capricorn being an earth sign, I do feel like your integrity, you just had a weight lifted. You know that you're in alignment with your integrity. You've been working to be in better alignment with your integrity. You're making sure your work is in alignment with your integrity. And that is making you a masterful manifester. That's that Queen of Wands energy. Like, you know your power. You're coming from this place of empowerment. You know that your intentions, you know what your intentions are, what they stand for, how they match and align with your self-identity. You might have some haters come in. Every big expansion is going to have that balance of, like, as you step up, and you are more seen, then that's going to trigger the people who don't necessarily stand up for themselves or who don't feel seen. You're welcome, Lady J. They're going to be triggered by that because you're stepping into this place of empowerment and they're like, why not me? How come I don't feel that way? Why is Virgo doing all of these things? Well, Virgo's been doing the work. Page of Wands is like, you've had to really let go. Spirit acknowledges you've let go of a lot of that grip, I feel like, for Virgo. You've been exploring. You've been, allowing for the energy to be this sense of liberation and this freedom, this adventure. And that's why you're in this place of manifesting and attracting, because you've raised your vibration level. You've raised your frequency. So the devil comes in, like, number one, for you and for yourself, not even to blame other people because nobody likes the blame game. Don't feel bad or ashamed for your accolades, your achievements, your alignments. Allow yourself to be proud of yourself. And then any of the, haters that want to come in or have something to say, it won't get in your boat. It won't get in your energy. It won't get in your vibe as much because you're like, well, I've tackled my own demons. And I've used it for power. You see here, the Queen of Wands, she's got her wand in her hand, which is her intention, and it's aligned with Spirit in the sky, right? It's up. So her intentions are aligned with her higher perspective, but her magic is here, right in the palm of her hands. And she's stable. She's grounded, especially this pose in yoga. It's a very grounding pose. That root chakra is seated. So holding your ground, finding your discipline over this last transit, over the last 16 years or so when Pluto was in Capricorn, has helped you redefine yourself to a place where now you can let go a little. Let go a lot, Virgo. And don't mind the haters. They're just triggered or just seeing how you're stepping into your alignment. And really, it can inspire them if you can just stay grounded in your energy. And if it doesn't inspire them, oh well, at least you didn't let them in or take in their energy. So, all right, we've done Pisces, Sagittarius, Cancer, Gemini, and Virgo. Let's see what sign we are going to do next for Pluto transiting Aquarius reading. Celebrating my 500 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed yet and we're vibing, please go do that. I appreciate it. I'm here to help, and I hope that this does and that we can grow together. Let's see who we got. Capricorn, y'all are so funny. Also, don't believe everything you see out there about this Pluto and Aquarius. Nobody's got it easy and nobody's got it harder than the other. It also depends on your personal astrology chart. So if you're just tuning in, take a look at your astrology chart. Look at the house in which Aquarius is in. This is where things will be shifting. But where Capricorn was, this is what you've just worked through. This is what you have just moved through. So Capricorn, many of y'all are like, phew, we can breathe easy. And while that is somewhat true, there's still work to do. So let's see what it is, and let's see what Spirit has to say about it. So we've got the Two of Wands. I see a theme here. Eight of Swords, excuse me, and an Eight of Wands. Wow. Interesting how Spirit shows me this one, if I do say so myself. I see the double eights. I know that's 16. I know Capricorn was ruling Pluto there. Pluto is transiting Capricorn for 16 years. It's like the gate is open. The gate is open for you, Capricorn. The past 16 years, you've worked through a lot of things that have been perhaps holding you back. And there's been a lot of opportunity to come forward, or to step into, excuse me. And it's like the only one stopping you over these next, say, 19 years when Pluto is transitioning, meaning stopping you from, I feel like this has to do with business for any of you who are entrepreneurs, or within your work, or something, of course, with travel. The Two of Wands is known for travel, but you've been like, you've been working through a lot, but this one area where Capricorn hasn't been, you've let it slide a bit. It feels work related, or like I said, it feels like maybe where you're living, your living situation, something very domesticated, either the work that provides the finances for the domestication, or the house itself where you live. You gotta free yourself. You gotta maybe travel more. If moving is not something that you feel ready for, I do feel for some of you, you will move. You will move during this transit to a very different place. And that is because you have done the work where, like, you've been liberated a lot. It feels mostly within your personal identity. And so it doesn't fit anymore where you're at. You've made a lot of changes. A lot of opportunity has come in. A lot of things have happened to change you. And you're feeling ready for something new. And you're the only one in your way. So just make sure during that Pluto transit, that you're doing your best to continue to push yourself out of the comfort zone. Don't take what I see floating all over social media, and that's like, whoo, Capricorn, you're good. No problems. Hakuna Matata, move on. It's like, no, you still got work to do. You got to get out of that comfort zone, because if you stay there a little too long, it's going to really feel like you're back, like you've taken steps backwards, and we want to keep moving forward towards the opportunity. And that opportunity feels like it's in a new place, a new workplace, or a new home for you. And I think that was also very similar to maybe the Cancer reading, which Capricorn, Cancer are polar signs. So I find that to be interesting also. But check out the Cancer reading once this is posted. You can go back and check it out and see if it resonates. But Cancer also had this kind of move, work and home kind of a vibe. So that's what I got for you, Capricorn. And for those who are watching, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Let's see what zodiac sign we have left. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're more than halfway there. Let's see. Who is next for this Pluto in Aquarius transit? What does Spirit have to say? We have Libra, fellow air sign. We've done Gemini, we've done Libra, Aquarius is still yet to show up. We've also done Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, and Sagittarius. So we are doing a collective reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra is what we're on. And this is for the Pluto transiting Aquarius. That's happening over these next 19 years. Social media is in an uproar. So many people have things to say. And really, the truth is, we all got work to do, especially with Pluto and Aquarius, which is here for the humanitarian purposes. We got work to do. So let's do the work. All right, Libra, let's see what your work looks like. Oh, okay. So we've got the Six of Cups coming out reversed. Our first card in reverse, if I do say so myself. And with that Six of Cups, it's important for you to stop looking back. We need to move forward. We're moving forward. Yeah, don't look back. The Devil. Page of Wands. Okay. It's going to be the work for you to keep moving forward, to keep pushing forward, building this new dream. I feel as if there's a lot of things that have come like has fallen into place for you. And some of those things that have fallen into place, maybe you wouldn't have suspected, and they didn't really feel like maybe they feel out of place. With the Six of Cups reversed, it's like maybe you have felt out of place, but this has been a time of transition. This isn't where you're staying. And Spirit's like, you only stay there if you allow yourself to believe those thoughts, that whatever happened, that it's out of place, feels a little grief. I feel like there's some grief. So there are some endings, whether it's like a relationship or like a really significant job that either you held on to for some time or you just really felt like was a dream job. There's some opportunity that you had an expectation that you were going to grow with it, and then it would, you know, continue to develop over time. And there was some endings that came in a bit unexpectedly with Capricorn in Pluto. And that definitely threw you off kilter a little bit. It challenged your Libra-ness, right? Your balance. It challenged you. And Spirit's like, you don't have to stay challenged. This Page of Wands is the liberation from this. So I do feel like over these next, 19 years, it's going to be a place where you start to forgive the grief that has maybe made you feel stuck, make you feel sad, make you feel whatever feelings came up from the grief and the loss and the change that you didn't expect, that you hoped to grow with, and that changed. I do feel like there's healing for that this transit. It's a healing transit, and it's a liberating one where you realize that had to happen, or that it happened for this reason, and that there's peace, there's comfort, there's closure with it. And that Page of Wands is so inspiring after these two cards, because for sure we all have these hopes that we can continue to grow when it feels like we're in like a flow. If it rhymes, it must be true. And then sometimes Spirit says, no, we have to pivot. So this is your pivot time. Libra, you're going to pivot this Pluto in Aquarius transit, and it feels very liberating. It's very liberating. It's like you're understanding why it had to happen, or why it went down this way. So that is what I have for Libra, for the Pluto in Aquarius transit, which we're in, right? We're in that now. So let's see, we are getting down to the wire here, these last few zodiacs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever you feel this resonates strongest. And we're looking at the Pluto in Aquarius. And we're celebrating 500 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing, for viewing, for all the stuff that you do. I appreciate it. As a new channel, hoping we can continue to grow together and you like this kind of content. And if not, I hope you find somebody that you do like. So thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see what we've got. Who's next? Scorpio. All right, so we've done Pisces, Sagittarius, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, and now we're on Scorpio. Scorpio, let's see how this Pluto transiting Aquarius is going to work out for you over these next 19 years or so. This is a collective reading, but definitely check out your personal birth chart. Of course, I'm always happy to connect. You can check out my bio for my website. It's doitdivine.com. But what you want to do is go to an astrology site that gives you a birth chart. Take a look at the houses and see where is Aquarius in your houses. And that is where you will be able to apply this message for healing from Spirit. Let's see what we've got, Scorpio. So we have the Two of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and a 5 of Cups. Aw. There's definitely family healing, forgiveness. Doesn't feel like regret or remorse, but the forgiveness is for like time, either time that you have been away. Maybe you feel like you have been away from yourself for a long time, or maybe you have been disconnected from like happiness in your life or with your family. That 10 of Pentacles is definitely a family unit. It can also be your work. And maybe you feel like, you wish you had done more for your family, or you wish you had done more at work or with yourself. Like you wish you would have pushed yourself more over this last Pluto transiting Capricorn. I feel like for those who are watching, you feel like maybe you have lost a bit of yourself, but I feel like that comes back. So there's healing that happens over these next 19 years, and it doesn't feel like it happens very long or very soon, just because I see like there's card 17. So I feel like there are small, Two of Swords, there are small little things that happen gradually over this transit that help heal some of the places where it didn't make sense, or there was some regret, remorse within your family, within your job, within yourself. Of course, it can be like intimate relationships, because that would match with the family. So for those of you who have like a shared family with a partner, and maybe the two of you had a rocky, last few years or so, it feels like there's some healing that happens. There's at least closure where there can be good co-parenting, or maybe the two of you do reconcile. For those of you who resonate, of course it's general, so we'll see how that goes. And for those of you who, within your own family, that maybe you've taken space from them for some time because you just needed to find yourself. And you don't want to make sure not to take with you the regret of, it took all of this time for me to realize what I needed to realize. And that's the forgiveness and the healing that comes in. Number one, for the reason why you felt you needed to kind of pull back and to go away. The healing is number two, like the rebuilding of this 10 of Pentacles, whether it be your work identity, your family, or your own personal identity. So there's like forgiveness and healing there. And what this new identity looks like. If you haven't heard of Ho'oponopono, Scorpio, that's one more thing that has come up that Spirit has pulled in that can be helpful. Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian chant for forgiveness. It's the 4 simple phrases. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. You can look into it, but to practice that and to really release some of that forgiveness and some healing. So it feels like a soft transit, if I'm honest. For Scorpio, a lot softer than what maybe you have experienced. All right. Let's see who's next. We've done Pisces. For those of you just tuning in, we've done Pisces, Sagittarius, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, and Scorpio. We've done all of these. We've got 4 left. Let's see how this Pluto transiting Aquarius is going to be for Leo. Sun, moon, rising. Leo. Let's see how this works out for you. This Pluto in Aquarius. And thanks so much for tuning in to my 500 subscriber celebration. Yay. Appreciate it. All right. We've got the Ace of Cups. I like that. I don't know if I can do that again, but it was almost like the lion's head merged with her mouth. Okay, I'm tripping out. But anyway, it's alive. We've got the Fool. Wow. Okay, Leo, look at you. Feeling the love vibes for sure. I would say this has probably been the most lovey-doveyest reading, if I do say so. Definitely picking up on the romantic vibes, reconciliation possible for you of these next 19 years or so within this Pluto transit. And it feels honestly early on. I know the Queen of Pentacles can take some time, but it's what takes time is more the acceptance of this vulnerability and this reconciliation. I had to take a drink. It feels like this happens soon. So maybe within this very first or upcoming, say, year or so is where this transit happens. Hello, can you still see me? Are we still live? I'm not sure. Hello. Okay, so maybe early on is what we were getting into, that this transit takes place where there's some reconciliation. There's some reconciliation for you, some vulnerability, either a new relationship with someone from your past. Or maybe if you've been in a relationship and things have been kind of between the two of you, there's a strengthening that happens. If you haven't, if there's no one from your past that you've been thinking about, it's like there is someone perhaps from a past life that you just really connect with, you really identify with, because the Queen of Pentacles knows herself. She knows herself. And I feel like you have a soul recognition with this person. and they're coming back in, and it's strengthening, and there's an awareness that has shifted over the Capricorn. When Aquarius was in Capricorn, that has shifted, and it's allowed this new trajectory, this reconciliation. The Fool is all about vulnerability. The Ace of Cups is all about vulnerability, and you can't really allow for true vulnerability to come in until you feel really good about yourself with that Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you've been working on that. You've been really working on getting to know yourself and this person, or your, you know, how you feel about this person. And Leo, I don't know, earlier, very soon, maybe within this next year or so even, that you find your person, or your person comes back in, you find that flow again. And then it takes the rest of the transit for you to trust it, to grow within it, to redefine your reconciliation energy. Thanks, Lady J, appreciate it. Checking in on me, letting me know that we're still good. So that is what I have for you, Leo, for this Pluto in Aquarius transit. All right, just a few more left. Let's see what we got. Aries, let's take a look at this Pluto in Aquarius transit, celebrating 500 subscribers. Thanks so much for subscribing. And if you haven't and we vibe, please do. I appreciate it. Check out where Aquarius is in your birth chart. The houses, you want to look to the houses. That's where you're going to be able to apply this message. So, Aries. Okay, we've got Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Eight of Wands reversed. We've got two more cards, also both reversed. Okay, and normally, I don't know, they seem to have snuck in there. So we're going to do 4 cards for you, Aries. Listen, this isn't a fast-moving transit for you. This is definitely going to be a bit slow for you to reclaim your identity and your space and your place. And for some of you, maybe you've moved to a new place in this last transit with Pluto and Capricorn, and you've been trying to find your comfort zone there, but Spirit's like, this wasn't your forever place. This was just a transition. And I feel like by the end of the Pluto transit that you have either you've moved again and you have really found your place, or the transition that needed to happen, like a new job comes in or a new house within that area comes in. But with that Queen of Pentacles, the self-identity and the growth that you've done or that you've been preparing to do really like comes together. It's just slow moving during this transit. With the Eight of Wands reversed, yeah, and even the Two of Wands reversed, you haven't actually been stuck. You haven't been, it just feels like maybe you feel like you're not supposed to be there, or you weren't supposed to make this move. You might feel like it was the wrong decision, but Spirit was like, no, this was like an incubation period where you needed time to nurture your thoughts, your identity, come up with some new habits, gain some money. I feel like maybe where you're at, finances were really good, or you've really found your flow with community, but it just doesn't hit on the soul level. And I feel like that Pluto in Aquarius is going to give you that soul piece. Like you're going to really feel you're where you're supposed to be. And if you're not where you're supposed to be, you're going to get there. And during this transit, because you're not being held back anymore. And where it has previously felt like you've been stuck, there is movement. There is liberation. And Aries, that's some good fire energy for you to enjoy. So I hope you do. I hope you enjoy this transit, and that even if it takes some time for you to feel comfortable in this flow, that you find it. So, all right, 2 more to go here. Who are the last 2? Who's next in this Pluto in Aquarius? Well, it is Aquarius itself. I was wondering where that one was going to pop in. That must mean Taurus is last. All right, so Aquarius, well, we've got Pluto going through your sign. Aquarius, you're used to breakthroughs, right? This is your jam. Part of me feels like this is going to be, I don't know, for those who are watching, it feels like this is your sweet spot, Aquarius. You might find that social media wants to tell you guys otherwise, and that's really why I'm here doing this. The truth is, we all have work to do all the time, so there's no sign that's going to get out of the work over, with this transit. We got to make some moves where we haven't been moving outside of our comfort zone. Aquarius, this feels like it's a time of karmic balance coming back to you. So let's see what we've got. So we have the Seven of Cups, the Justice card, Talk about karmic balance, baby. And we got the King of Cups. Yeah, definitely see some karmic balance here. You'll have to make some choices. You'll still need to step out of your comfort zone for sure, depending on like what you're willing to receive from people. I do sense that with the karmic balance, things are coming in, abundance is coming in, opportunity is coming in, and you're going to have to decide if this is an opportunity you want to bank on or not. And all of the work that you've been doing in Capricorn has been to set that integrity, to set your intentions so that you are emotionally, not just that you are intellectually smart, but you're also emotionally smart, and that you're emotionally connected and mature, and that you're being as fair as you can, mostly to yourself, not to be giving yourself away, that you've come into this place using the Capricorn using Pluto in Capricorn, you've come to this place where you've hopefully have felt a bit stronger within your identity and like where things are going. So now there's a lot of things coming in because you're at that place of groundedness. You're at that place of knowing what you want to receive, what you want to experience, and who you are and why that's important to you, what your integrity and your intention is. So now Spirit's like, here you go. Does this match? Here you go. How is this? How is this opportunity? Take another one. So I do feel like this is going to bring a lot of opportunity for you to decide when to hold them, when to fold them, when to say yes and when to say no, and to not feel bad about saying no, to speak your truth. I can see that sword goes right across the throat chakra, and it's like, people are going to have their different perspectives of you. You need to simply speak to your truth, not to their perspective. And finally, when it comes to King of Cups, I do feel like there's the loyalty and the connections. There are people around you that you can trust, and either they are part of the karmic balance and they come back in and you're surrounded by people that you can trust and your community feels good. Or this is new connections that come in where you've Seven of Cups it. You're like, yes, this connection works for me. No, this connection doesn't. And as you say no to the connections that are no longer working for you, or you put some boundaries there with the connections that no longer work for you, Spirit's like, I got some more for you. How about this? So this feels like there is a lot coming in, a lot of opportunity coming in, but it's for you to say yes and to find your yes. And it's for you to, when you say no, to make sure you're doing it for yourself and not, that it's from a true place, an authentic place, and not from your fears or your worries, that you are emotionally and intelligently secure. You're ready for opportunity. And look, even here, the boat's coming in. There is something coming in for sure that it feels really beautiful over this transit, Aquarius. So that is what I have for you. We have done every sign here today. Appreciate y'all for sticking with me and for checking in. We've got one more sign left, and that is Taurus. My Taurus friends, let's see how your Pluto in Aquarius transit looks. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the general collective reading. Look to your personal astrology chart to see where Aquarius falls in the houses. That's where you can apply this message. And this is my 500 subscriber celebration, so thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe if we vibe, if you haven't already. I plan to do this a lot more, but I'm still a newbie and getting used to the camera. As you can tell, I'm a little camera shy. All right, let's see, Taurus. What do we got going on for you over this next transit? We've got the 5 of Swords. Okay, we've been pulling 3, so let's go with it. The 5 of Swords, Temperance, and the 4 of Pentacles. Give yourself time. This is going to be a slow-moving transit for you, and that's okay. I do feel like there's like a goal that you're trying to reach. It feels either within your career, your education, your self-advancement. It could be your wellness, like that you're trying to just get better, depending on where that applies for you, where you've been trying to get better. I feel like you do. And Spirit's like, you got to give yourself the time. I feel like as Taurus, you might be a little bit stubborn and expectational as to when and how things are supposed to go. And this Pluto in Aquarius is teaching you that if you try to rush it too much, it's not it's not going to work. You can see here, like this is like a celebratory person, like, hey, all is good, come over here. But this person is so much in their head. So if you get too much in your head during this transit about the speed in which it's going, or that it should be moving faster, like Taurus, you're usually slow moving, so who are you talking to? But you feel like, oh, I wish I could just make these changes. I wish I could just be better now. That kind of mentality is going to definitely get you stuck. You want to make sure that over this next transit, you're working on the timing of things and how progress takes time. I'm going to switch temperance because that's the time. And then on the 4 of Pentacles, the part where Spirit is indicating for you to like, oh, I just want to be better now. Just because you don't see a shift with this 4 of Pentacles, just because you may still see struggle, you don't got to hold on to it. That 4 of Pentacles holding that bag. You don't got to hold on to your old patterns or your old beliefs, really, because 5 of Swords is your beliefs. So let's say, for example, you want to get better, but every time you make a mistake or you mess up, you've got these beautiful little terrible sayings that you say in your head over and over again, like it might even be a broken record. You're so comfortable with this type of, say, self-sabotage, or maybe it's just limiting beliefs, or just your inner dialogue, you know, you're comfortable there. You got to change that. That has to change in order for you to see the work that Pluto in Aquarius is going to do for you, which is alchemy. It's like everything that you've wanted, Taurus, does. Well, yes, alchemy means there's work. So there's spirit and there's you working together. There's this and there's that. But it comes to fruition. Alchemy is about coming to fruition and taking every opportunity and experience and growing with it. And I know you want to be better, and I know you want to do better, and you will. But you'll only see that. You'll only see see it come to fruition, the Temperance card, if you allow yourself to no longer tell these stories and no longer identify as who you've been. You are getting better simply because you have set the intention to grow. You will have the opportunity to. So make sure that Temperance card, you're allowing the time, the opportunity, and allow yourself to grow with it and to say yes and to move through it. This feels like it will be maybe a so-so transit for the Tauruses who are checking. You might want it to move quicker and feel success quicker. You're going to get there either way. You need to be okay with the timing of it and the process of it, and allow for it to, it's like when you make soup, you can't just throw all of the ingredients in and expect to have a delicious soup. It takes time for each layer of ingredients to bring the flavors and the spice to the soup. So give it some time to really percolate and come to fruition. But that is what I have for you, Taurus. And we've officially done every single zodiac sign. A quick message from Spirit guiding you as you go through this Pluto and Aquarius transit. Don't be afraid. And I'm here to help. Look into your specific charts or readings if you want. Hopefully the readings that you get to watch on this channel are helpful and inspiring. If there's anything you want to see, please let me know. As I said, it's a new channel for me. Just hit 500 subscribers. Thank you so much. This was my thank you video. As I get comfortable with this whole dynamic, I'm a little old school, but as I get comfortable, I plan to do a whole lot more. So hopefully you stick around and you like what you see. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, I'm wishing you the best blessings and love always. Take care.